Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is going to be about the single life of a Nigerian girl and the struggles associated with it. So this video is going to be in two parts. The second part, I'm going to talk about provoking your partner, just like pushing your partner to the wall. You guys are going to share your thoughts on what you think about that second part, so make sure you watch to the end of this video because that part is also going to be very interesting. So now for the first part, we're talking about what you would experience as a Nigerian that is single at a particular age. So I am currently 28 years old, and I would say I've been able to understand what people get to experience getting to 28 or getting to 30. 30 is usually the age where the major pressure or the major struggles come in, because it's almost like there's a mark on being 30 years. There's just something about it that feels like, oh, if you've not achieved your dreams at the age of 30, then you don't even know what you're doing with your life, or you're just basically going to fail. So there's this tag on 30 years, and I don't know who even did that. Who did that? Like, it's 30 years. Fine. What is so significant about 30? Age is literally just like, okay, you're just using it to count the next year and the next year and the next year. So being 29, being 30, I don't see why it's so much of a big deal. I don't know, but I don't know who put that particular tag on 30. There are so many situations where 30 is the benchmark for some things. In so many different ways, 30 is just that make or break age. I don't share same thoughts though, but I'm going to talk about like me as a single girl. I'm using Nigeria as an example because it's generally believed that at a particular age you're supposed to be married, like say 25 years, 22. Some people get married at 27. Do you understand? So early marriage is a thing, although nowadays a lot of that is changing. People are way above 25 and they are not even bothered about like the whole idea of marriage. People are more focused on like their career, making, just, you know, achieving certain things before they go into marriage. So a lot of that has changed, but I'm still going to focus on Nigeria because it's not still, even though a lot of that has changed, there's still that part of it that still puts pressure on people that are at a particular age and they are not married. So for me, I would say that the different things that you face, one, you face some little bit of pressure from family. For me, it's recently that I started hearing things about, let's say, them asking me about like, what's up, where is the man? Do you understand? You're this particular age, and then we have not seen anybody that you brought home, and you're saying that, oh, you intend to marry this person, and oh, it's now like within this my age bracket that I've started hearing those kind of statements from home, because before they will never do that. They will never even mention. They used to even act like you are not even supposed to be in a relationship. That's for me, my own house. They're not really all about like you should start dating at an early age. They believe in what you need to do is you go to school. After school, you come out. After you come out, the next thing you're supposed to be thinking of is like, okay, maybe you start to work, and then the next thing is to get married. So for my family people, especially my mom was always of the opinion that you finish your studies first, focus on your studies before you start thinking of like getting a man, and or even though that's not what I did because I've had several relationships even when I was in uni. So but it's of recent that she's not asking questions of like, where is your man? On Valentine's Day, let me tell you guys what happened. On Valentine's Day, my mom was like, so what's up? How are you spending your vow now? And I'm like, so you now care about, you know, me spending vow with man, and you want me to spend my Valentine with a guy and all. So although she doesn't come across as like, you need to get married, you need to give me grandchildren, I need to see that man. That's not the way she puts it. But you know, once in a while, then sometimes it even comes across like a prayer point, like, okay, oh, I'm praying that God help my daughter find the man of her dreams, find her missing ribs and all. So but I don't feel pressured to settle down, like, okay, because of what she's saying and all, because as much as she talks about like me settling down, like, okay, you know, at this age you're supposed to be thinking of like finding somebody to settle down with and all, as much as she does that, she still tells me that don't put yourself under any pressure, don't don't be desperate. You know, you need to still settle down and find a good man. At this point, doesn't mean that you should start, you know, accepting any man that comes your way and all. So that's not the situation. So I would say that in terms of family pressure, I'm not really facing it as much. But there are people out there that at this age, at the age of 28, 29, the pressure that they get from their family is ridiculous, especially in this country. The pressure is real, very, very real. Then the second kind of pressure that you may experience is from friends. It's a little bit subtle. The ones that you get from friends is not deep, it's not like gang. It's a little bit subtle, because sometimes they might not come straight and say, oh, you, what are you waiting for? Or especially if you have a lot of friends that are married. So that pressure, or they might not even say anything. So, but you as a single person in the midst of a lot of married friends, you might have a lot of friends that are married, you just feel pressured, like, oh, okay, this person is settled, this person is settled. And let's even assume that you're, maybe all of you are in the same group, and then all they talk about is like their married life, their husband, their child. Maybe you might feel that pressure. And minus that, once your friends settle down, like the relationship you guys have is going to change. It's not going to be as it used to be before. It's going to definitely change, because now your friend now has a family, so it's more like the attention is shifted to her family, and then she now has a child, obviously. So it's not really in a bad way, but definitely the attention will shift. So you guys might not have that close relationship like you used to have. You know, not in a bad way, obviously. If you still go see your friend, you guys could still be close, but I don't think it will be the same. I don't think it will be the same. So a lot of people feel that pressure from, like, okay, all their friends are married. You guys, something crazy just happened right now. I lost a clip. In fact, I was talking to myself. I didn't even know that the camera was not recording at some point. So it's only like the first part that I got. And right now, I don't know where exactly I stopped in the previous clip. I would only know when I start editing. There's no other way to like get to remember all the things I said before. But maybe I'll just start from where I feel, you know, I might have missed, or the parts that I didn't record. It's crazy, like, hey God though. So let me just start from, I think I was talking about being like having friends that are married, and then it makes you feel more pressure, and you get to feel that personal pressure, and man, everything is just all mixed up in my head. So my own situation, because for the most part I'm talking about the general situation with other people, and then my situation in particular. So for my own situation in terms of friends and then pressure that you feel from friends, I don't really feel that kind of pressure, because I think for me it's balanced. I have a lot of friends that are married, I have a lot of friends that are married, so even in our group discussions, everything is still very neutral. I would say that the only time I think of, like, there are certain times that I actually sit down and think of the fact that how are things going to be when everybody settles down. Say for example, I'm not settled and they're all settled. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be weird. That's the only thing I think about, like later. I might get to that point and I won't feel that way, but right now what comes to my head sometimes it's like, so when everybody's settled, and how is it going to be? It feels like it might be weird, because as much as everybody will try to still act normal and all, most of the conversations will be around like married life, you know, handling your children. So maybe weird, and when those kind of things happen, you find out that those that are married or with children would tend to be closer, because of the fact that they can easily relate to what they're saying to each other. So it may just, I don't know, I just feel like that might be the only time I might feel weird and like, oh, okay, Anita, you need to, you know, come and settle down. You get? So I don't know. Right now I don't feel I don't feel alone, I don't feel lonely, I don't feel, because I have friends, male, female, I have like friends, different friends that I can relate with. And apart from that, there's so many other things I do on a daily basis that keeps me busy, and it's hard to just feel alone, even though I don't even go out. Like, I'm at home all day every day, and I hardly ever feel lonely. Like, it's so crazy. Like, these days I've been so into myself that I now enjoy my own company so much that it's like I've zoned out of like everything that's going on around me, which sometimes I feel like is not good, because, you know, I need to get to that point where I would need someone else's company, and then we'll all come together and be one. You know how marriage is. So being so into myself, sometimes, you know, it might not be so good. because I might just get so used to it, and it will now be hard to bring someone else into that into my space and stuff. So let me know how you guys feel. Like if you're single and you're between the ages of 25 to 30, because I feel like that's the pressure here. If you're less than that and you feel some kind of pressure, also share. I don't know why you should be feeling pressured if you're less than 25 and you're not married. I don't know why, but if you're feeling that way, also share. So let me just go ahead and talk about the second part. So the second part of this whole shenanigan is the idea of provoking your partner when you guys are in a relationship, trying to push the person to react, to see how they react when they're angry. Do you guys think it makes sense? This idea was actually given to me by a friend, so he has been suggesting that I make a video on this topic and ask people to hear that suggestion, because it's something that some people might be having in mind. They might be having the question of, is it right for you to provoke your partner to know their anger levels, how they react when they're angry, or is it a wrong thing to do? So I once had an experience, or I once had a friend tell me that if she's in a relationship, she usually pushes her guy, like she'll provoke him purposely just to know how he's going to react, to see how he reacts when he's angry and all. And I was like, I don't know, it's not something I would do. It's not something I would do. But when she said it, some part of me kind of saw small sense in it. Some part of me saw the sense in it, because sometimes if you're with someone that is always happy and you've never really seen the angry side of the person, you might not really know every part of the person, because you only know the happy side. And you know that when you settle down with somebody and you get married, definitely the person cannot be happy all the time. So you might now see the other side that you never thought existed, because the person's anger levels you might be like very, very hot and you wouldn't know until you were married, and it now feels like it's a whole new person and you're just like, oh, this person has changed. But you never really saw that side of the person when you guys are dating, because maybe once in a while you guys just see, and then it's only like when he's cool and happy, or you guys didn't date for a while and then you just got married, so you might not really know the person so well. Sometimes you might need to know every part, like the person's mood in different ways, how the person reacts to anger, frustration, happiness, happy news, surprises, different angles. So but personally I don't think it's something I would do. Like, it's so weird for me to just like try to frustrate somebody or try to provoke somebody knowingly. Like, I will know that this is going to frustrate the person and I'll just do it just to see the person's reaction. I don't know if it's something I would like to do. But what do you guys think though? Is this something you would do, or do you think it makes sense? There's sometimes that you might be with somebody and you feel like this person has not really been angry before, but actually the person has been angry before, but the person just didn't react the way you expected. So you feel like this is not how the person is. You expect a deeper reaction, or you expect to see the person very, very angry, or because you're used to seeing people when they're angry, they're just like shouting and this. So because you're used to that kind of thing, when you're now with this guy or this lady and then the person is angry, the person is just calm, the person doesn't talk too much, the person just like tells you like, okay, these things you did, I don't really like it. Do you understand? And then all through the relationship, that's how the person reacts. And you feel like, no, this person has not really been angry, and you just keep pushing, which in my opinion, I don't know, doesn't really make a lot of sense. Just let me know what you think about that. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and let me know what you like to be seeing more on this channel. Do you want us to talk more about relationship things, single life, married life? I'm not married, but maybe we talk about, like, I could bring stories of some married people that I know that might interest you, and just generally everything. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye, love you.